Hi, everybody. It's Dana with Heal with Dana. Hey, I was just on the phone with a potential new client, and I got asked a great question. So I thought I would just jump on and do a video and answer the question because many of you may have the same question. And the question was, when I work with you, what is a session like? Isn't that just great? And I'm going to answer that for you today. So, energy healing is one of the oldest practices in the world. Healers understand that the quality of our health is greatly influenced and depends on the quality of the energy that runs through us and that makes up our body. And that is why I hold sessions and am holding sessions today. And when I do a session, the first thing I need to do is I need to get permission from you to work with you. Sometimes people come to me and they want me to work with their sister, their brother, or maybe a parent or spouse or coworker and change their energy to positively affect the person that is who would be my client. And I can't do that. The only thing I can do is work with you. For children, I get permission from the guardian or parents. But I can work to connect with you and transform your energy. So the first thing I do is I get permission and we connect with one another. And what I'm doing is I'm connecting with your energy, and then I'm going to ask questions of your subconscious and of your spirit self. I call that your super conscious. And wherever you are in the world, I can connect with you. I connect with people over the phone. I connect over Skype, over Zoom. I even connect with people face to face here in my office. And the reason I can connect and have clients all over the world is energy doesn't have boundaries. And we're all connected one with the other. I could probably create a 5-hour video just on energy and its connection. But if you're interested, just pick up the Emotion Code by Dr. Bradley Nelson. That's what I did, and it transformed my life. But once we are connected and I have permission to work with you, then I hold intention for our session. And the intention is always that a session together is going to be safe. The intention is that it's going to be powerful for you. The intention is that we're only going to work in an area that is in your best interest. And then I also hold the interest that your session will be simple, meaning I'm going to have a full understanding from you exactly where to work, and we're not going to get stuck anywhere. So it's going to be simple, safe, powerful, and effective. I'll then ask you what your goals are, what your intentions are for the session. And when I have an understanding of that, we'll get going and we'll begin to do energy work. Now, the energy work and finding where I can be of help to you is in large part my responsibility. I need to ask the right questions. I need to hold the right intentions to find what needs to be released. And what can be released are all sorts of energies. Of course, there are negative trapped emotions. There are energies from negative memories. There are negative beliefs that have been created as well. There can be underlying energies causing all sorts of emotional, spiritual, or physical pain. There can be addictive energies. There can be thought energies. There can be negative image energies. There can be heart wall emotions. And what's really interesting is not only can we pinpoint and determine what those energies are, but we can determine where you're holding them in your body. I'm trained as a body code practitioner, and using body code tools, I'm able to determine where you're holding those energies. And a lot of people find it very interesting that organs can actually produce negative emotions. You know, if we don't treat our liver right, for instance, we can create anger or hold anger and bitterness and resentment. If our heart or our small intestine is out of balance, maybe we'll hold abandonment or insecurity or vulnerability. So I think that's really interesting. Now, can I predict the future? No, I cannot. I'm not trained to do that. Am I a doctor? No, I am not a doctor. But like my own personal journey through cancer treatment, I can support you through your medical treatment and definitely support the medical path that you were on. That's what I did for myself. That's how I became a body code emotion code practitioner. Can I read your mind? Absolutely not. But when I am connected with you and have permission to do so, I can connect to your spirit self, to your subconscious, and asking the right questions, we can get answers for you and release energies. Do I see dead people? Absolutely not. But I do know when spirit around us has influence over us. And do you know spirit around us quite often is good and has messages of hope and healing for you? Sometimes the spirit energy around us is a little interfering, and I'm trained to deal with that as well too, and remove that energy. So once a session comes to a close, I ask how you're feeling. I want you to feel good. And I like to close by working in positive energy with you and calling some of that positive energy in. So I will, again, ask subconscious what is needed. And the possibilities are endless. Sometimes the ones I love is to feel when I call in an energy of being honored or cherished for people. Sometimes a client will just need to be at peace. Sometimes they'll need to just be rested. Sometimes forgiveness is needed. Another time, ambition and assertiveness is needed. So whatever is needed, I like to work with that positive energy for you. And then also I shield in divine love and light. Whatever divine is for you. For me, that's it's God's energy, and I walk and I'm shielded in God's love and light all day long. And in fact, I'm here because I feel like I'm called by Him to do this work. So loved working in positive energy, and following a session, I'll ask how you're doing, and most people report feeling lighter, pain-free. I worked with a gal today, earlier in this week, who reported the feeling of pain in her hip was gone following a session with me. And some people even say, you know, I feel so much more hopeful. And that's the beauty of the work I do. Now, 10% of the time, just every now and then, there's someone who following a session might feel a little bit tired or a little bit off. When I first started doing this work, I was one of those people. The reason is as I could feel energy, and I could feel the energy leaving, and it felt a little bit, how would I say, maybe like a detox as well. So there's things I can do to if you're somebody who might have a little harder time processing, and that is one, I always make sure it's safe and appropriate to release emotions. And then when I do, I hold the intent that it releases peacefully and gently for you. I do ask when you come to a session to be open and receive the gifts that you have asked to receive from me. I ask you to listen to your body. If you feel a little tired, give yourself permission to rest. I mean, who doesn't like a good nap during the day, right? Drink water and hydrate. That will help as well. Be kind to yourself following a session. Try not to re-enter negativity or try not to re-enter the stress of your day if that's possible. And then just if you need a little bit more help, to be back in touch with me. I'm also always glad to help you process gently and peacefully. So just know that once you remove negative emotions that are holding you back, you're on your way to wellness and transformation. I'd love for you to visit my website at Heal with Dana. I've just written a new ebook. There's more great tips there. Please feel free to download it as a gift from me to you. And I hope this video helps you to feel comfortable about how energy work is done and how I work. And feel free to share this, if you would, with people who might be curious. And thank you for listening. Go out and have an energetically great day today.